This is Agent Hewitt, CIA Director of Analytics and Statistics. The following recording is an in-depth analysis of the mission currently in action by private government agents Chase and Carter to locate and bring down international war criminal and terrorist, Dr. Vitruvius. In the process of hunting down their target, a significant amount of casualties have occurred. Vitruvius is backed by a small army of highly trained...
Oh, hi. Oh, no! Ivan, no! Oh, Sukai, shut...
For the most part, highly trained mercenaries, all fighting to cease the agent's mission. Eventually, we at the CIA had no choice but to get involved in an effort to end the bloodshed. However, in doing so, our field agents have noticed many oddities in the battle against Vitruvius. Many of the henchmen working under Vitruvius appear to be the same people, perfect replicas of each other, all simultaneously rushing into the fight. We believe this to be the explanation for Vitruvius' seemingly endless number of troops he deploys. Stranger still, many henchmen have taken the appearances of several young actors and film students. In this transmission, we will go through each and every oddity, tallying every time one of these agents appears. We will also be tallying every single death that has occurred during this mission. One final note. We have been able to track every instance of these events as they were all caught on camera and dramatized into a narrative story by one aspiring filmmaker, Aiden Bailey, who has been on our radar for nearly 6 years. With that said, let's begin. In May of 2020, Spy Wars Episode 1 was released. In it, we watch as a then-unnamed field agent, played by Aiden Bailey, infiltrates a private organization's heavily armed base, searching for any and all intel regarding peculiar radioactive activity therein. The intel officer feeding the agent information is played by Aiden's own father, James, who is identified as Agent Jensen. From the very beginning of the film, the field agent immediately takes out 4 armed guards, all played by one Eli Royce.
Oh my god! Oh, I didn't know I signed up to be shot at. Well, I mean, I knew I signed up to be shot at, but I never thought
At the end of the film, the agent has successfully made his way to the basement of the research base, finding one final henchman, a tough cybernetic operative, also played by Eli.
I've been expecting you.
Our field agent defeats the super soldier. But just as he is figuring out the truth behind the covert operation... On to the stats. Aiden, Eli, and James all make their debut in the first film in the Spy Wars series. Aiden stars as the series protagonist, and plays solely him in this entry. The same goes for James, playing the face on the communicator, Agent Jensen. Agent Jensen also happens to be the first character given an official name in the series. Eli Royce plays 5 different characters in this film alone, appearing 4 times as mindless goons, and the 5th time as the robotically enhanced henchman, who also receives his name in a future entry. With Eli's 4 goons killed, that leaves episode 1 with a total kill count of 4. We cannot include the final shot for reasons made clear in the next segment. Here is the final score for episode 1. The sequel opens with a new field agent, named Carter, played by Eli. Agent Carter becomes the deuteragonist of the series, and we learn he is the partner of the agent from the previous movie, now given the name Chase. Carter speaks to Agent Pearson in lieu of Agent Jensen. Carter's mission, just as Chase's was, is to infiltrate another enemy base on a reconnaissance mission. He fights his way down to the basement, only to see he's been lured into a trap by an enigmatic new enemy who has rigged the building to explode.
I simply want to congratulate you and Agent Chase on your failure to get any intel from any of my facilities. Oh, but we won't have to be worrying about Agent Chase for much longer.
What did you do to him?
Oh, nothing really. I've just laid out a trap for him to spring. Oh, very similar to what you've gotten yourself into by entering this facility.
Carter rushes to save Chase, who is in the process of being shot in the head. Carter kills the robotic henchman just in time, narrowly avoiding death as they flee the base. Two new faces have been added to the cast, John Walter and David Maxim. John plays intelligence agent Pearson, as well as 4 guards. David plays the mysterious figure spotted in the holographic transmission. Later, the man will go on to become the Spy Wars series' main antagonist. David also plays 3 goons himself, first appearing as a shadow outside the base, and then again as 2 goons inside the base. And of course, Agent Jensen makes a quick voice call at the very end of the film.
Choppers inbound to the extraction point.
Eli returns as the cyborg from episode 1, and plays his new role as Agent Carter. Aiden plays a henchman himself before reprising his role as the now-named Agent Chase. Spy Wars Episode 2 increases the intensity of the action, with more henchmen and more bloodshed. Aiden and Eli both have a single death between them, with Aiden blowing up in the building and Eli being shot. David is gunned down twice, giving him a score of 2 deaths. John, very early in his tenure, is shot twice and left to blow up twice, giving him a score of 4 deaths, already matching his co-star Eli from episode 1, leaving Spy Wars 2 with a total kill count of 8. As the scoreboard shows, Spy Wars Episode 2 doubles the first episode in terms of roles and deaths, a worthy sequel indeed. Episode 3 opens right where Episode 2 left off. Agents Chase and Carter vacate the area to a safe house designated to them by Agents Jensen and Pearson. As they discuss their next move, they learn of a deal taking place between the mystery man from Episode 2, now identified as Dr. Vitruvius, and 2 scientist brothers harboring valuable resources. After the deal goes awry, Chase and Carter rush in to save the brothers and apprehend Vitruvius. The evil doctor shoots one of the brothers and flees with the other, leaving his men to fight the 2 agents. Vitruvius escapes, accidentally leaving our heroes a piece of the puzzle as to what he's been concocting. A superweapon powered by a highly potent radioactive chunk of space rock called gravitonium. Before they can celebrate, they are interrupted by Agent Torin, the CIA's own head of operations in the area. He leaves them with a tip and offers them his assistance, but not without leaving a feeling of unease behind him.
It's good to see you again, Pearson.
Do we trust him?
Do you?
The cast is yet again expanded. 3 new actors join the crew this time around. Nick Sweet and Seth Waddell debut as the Belfast brothers, chemists and scientists in desperate need of funds for their research. Seth also appears as a henchman in the final fight. Cameron Riley Steele also debuts, playing the shady Agent Torin, as well as 2 armed goons. Aiden, Eli, David, and James all return as Chase, Carter, Vitruvius, and Jensen respectively. John too reprises his role as Pearson, as well as playing 3 other hapless henchmen. One of which just stands there and watches Carter take the gravitonium. In terms of deaths, Spy Wars Episode 3 is a step down from the previous entry. John is shot once and stabbed once, while Cameron Riley Steele is stabbed twice, with Seth only being stabbed once, leaving the kill count at 5. Though a boost in rolls, this entry drops in kills, focusing more on developing the sordid plot than its more action-packed predecessor. Right away, we open with a monologue from Agent Chase. explaining how the hunt for Vitruvius has caused great fatigue and stress among their faction. He and Carter plan to infiltrate a base they believe to be a hiding place for Vitruvius, with Pearson and a recovering Clark Belfast to watch from their safe house. Unfortunately, they learn that they have been tricked, and the safe house is being raided by Vitruvius's men. After a fight, Pearson is knocked unconscious, and we see a flashback of his days as a CIA agent, working alongside his brother, Agent Kepner, played by Cam Kirk, and fellow operative Agent Lucinda, played by Alex Naylor. They plan a three-way operation, coordinated by their director Agent Torin, to find a hard drive carrying the blueprints for the superweapon being developed by Vitruvius. Naturally, their mission goes wrong, leaving Agents Kepner and Lucinda wounded and taken captive. Pearson, going against orders, searches to find Lucinda, only to be confronted by Gladys, Dr. Vitruvius's most skilled operative.
So nice to finally meet you, Agent Pearson.
The two battle, with Pearson using his CIA weaponry to disarm Gladys. No pun intended. We now know of the cybernetic soldier's true identity and how he became the way we see him in Spy Wars 1 and 2. Pearson learns that Torin had made a deal to give up 2 of their own agents to Vitruvius in order to receive more information about his studies. Pearson wakes up, having been rescued by Agent Chase, who is informed that Vitruvius has escaped yet again with the Gravitonium.
He had the Gravitonium.
I know.
Episode 4 remains the most exciting film in the series yet. The cast features 2 more newcomers. Cam Kirk plays wise guy Agent Kepner, who himself plays fanboy Jimmy Reeves. We'll still only count this as one role.
Yeah, sure.
Even so, that still leaves him playing 8 different roles. All but Kepner are henchmen. Alex plays the no-nonsense Agent Lucinda, as well as 3 henchwomen. As for returning actors to the series, besides Agent Chase, Aiden plays a random goon in the opening monologue. Seth reprises his role as Clark Belfast, as well as playing 3 different henchmen of his own.
You're trash, kid. Delete the game. You're so bad.
David plays 5 henchmen on top of playing Vitruvius, who operates under the pseudonym Zanzibar in this film. John is kept very busy for this movie, playing not just Agent Pearson, who takes center stage as the lead, making him the tritagonist of the series, but plays 7 various henchmen. But head and shoulders above all of them is Eli, who plays 10 different roles in total. These include Agent Carter, Gladys, plus 8 different goons and henchmen. And finally, Cameron Riley Steele returns as Agent Torin via holographic teleprompt. Not only does Episode 4 increase the number of roles, but it does so in the deaths department as well. Aiden is shot by himself in the opening, giving him a single death. Seth is shot on 2 occasions by Lucinda, scoring him 2 deaths. Right ahead of him is Lucinda herself, Alex, with all 3 of her henchwomen being shot, scoring her 3 deaths. David is shot twice, throat chopped and slashed from back to shoulder by Pearson's PLC, scoring him 4 deaths. And for the most deaths, it lands as a 3-way tie between John, Eli, and Cam, all of which scoring 6 deaths each. Eli and John both die by gunshots each time.
Would not be easy.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
Cam, however, was the most creatively maimed. Shot 3 times,
Ivan!
receiving 2 fatal concussions, and being simultaneously impaled and burned alive from the inside with Pearson's PLC. With all that taken into consideration, the total kill count lands at a staggering 28. As the scoreboard for Episode 4 shows, this is without a doubt the most eventful film in the series yet, easily outweighing all other entries in sheer number of roles, kills, action scenes, and drama. The bar has been set, and Spy 5 has some climbing to do to catch up. Spy Wars Episode 5 begins with a prologue. Chase and Carter meet Torin to discuss a deal in which the two private agents must find one of the CIA's missing agents, and in turn, receive information about Dr. Vitruvius. They hesitantly agree, and we cut to Chase, Pearson, and Clark Belfast now hiding in a new safe house, attempting to locate the labs where the gravitonium is being experimented at. Carter, meanwhile, finds Agent Kepner being held in a remote motel, only to be captured and interrogated by Dr. Vitruvius.
Think about what I've said, Agent Clark. And remember, I'm not the only enemy this world has ever seen.
Chase, Pearson, and Clark all invade the labs, only to be met with Gladys. Pearson follows him, leaving Chase and Clark to investigate the labs themselves. Pearson finds Torin and Gladys performing a trade involving Lucinda. Just as Pearson storms in to halt the procedure, he is knocked out and taken prisoner by Gladys. Carter then brings Kepner to meet Torin's fellow CIA agent, Watts, played by Connor Kirk. Chase and Clark, after acquiring the information they need, race to save Pearson, resulting in Clark being taken prisoner instead.
You're coming with me, Dr. Clark.
What about Clark?
We'll have to come back for him.
Despite having the longest runtime of all the movies, as well as the largest cast yet, Spy 5 walks closer along the lines of espionage and intrigue rather than all-out action. Aiden, John, and David all step back from playing thugs, only playing Chase, Pearson, and Vitruvius respectively. This makes Spy 5 the only film since his debut in which John has not played a single henchman. Eli and Alex both have 2 roles each. Eli again plays his dual roles as Gladys and Agent Chase. Alex again plays Lucinda, as well as an innocent bystander in the background, who was definitely supposed to be there. Cameron Riley Steele, Seth, and newcomer Connor Kirk all play 3 different roles. Cameron Riley Steele returns as Torin, as well as playing 2 thugs, just as he did in his debut appearance in Spy Wars Episode 3. Seth, on top of playing Clark Belfast, again plays 2 minor henchmen. Connor plays as Agent Watts, as well as a henchman in Torin's deal with Gladys, and a blink and you'll miss it background extra, alongside Admiral Dadbod here. As for the most roles, that honor goes to Cam Kirk, who plays 6 different characters, including Agent Kepner and 4 other thugs. And also as the other innocent bystander that definitely was supposed to be there. Surprisingly, Episode 5 has the least amount of deaths, with just 2. Seth and Cam are both shot once each. Spy Wars Episode 5 unloads a significant amount of backstory, revealing many things about the characters we once knew little to nothing about, unraveling alliances and painting a corrupt picture of the entire operation Chase and Carter have found themselves in. The Spy Wars series is nearing its end, with Episode 6 soon to release. Someday, the CIA will have no choice but to return to the series and add the statistics of the final entry to the total score. We do not look forward to updating our research, but an agent's job is never done. This is Agent Hewitt, signing out. End of transmission.